Hi, you guys. This is Miss Duncan. I just wanted to take a little bit of time this week to walk you more step by step through what we're going to do, just because there's kind of a lot going on this week. So, first of all, before we even get into that, I just need some props for how I only have five now tabs open at the top of my screen, because if you know me at all, you know that normally I have like 90. So just wanted you guys to notice that I'm really working on my life over here. Okay, anyway, first thing you guys will need to do this week is to decide if you are feeling up for a challenge or if you need to have a little bit more support. Either one is completely fine, and I do want you to do what's right for you. But the reason you will need to decide is when you go to our Google Classroom for this week, you will see that there is a document in a section that's called Distance Learning Week 4, and there's a bunch of stuff posted underneath that. And there's also underneath that a section for Distance Learning Week 4 challenge version. So the very first thing you're going to want to do is just kind of do some reflection on how things are going so far, maybe scope out the challenge version, scope out this version. I'm going to be talking about just this Distance Learning Week 4 version for right now. There's a separate video if you decide that you want to do the challenge version. Now, I do encourage you, if you are going to level 1 language arts next year, to try out the challenge version. That's going to be important for you because your teachers are going to expect you to know some of that stuff, okay? It's not a huge deal if you continue to do this version, but try to do what is going to be challenging for you at this point, okay? So I'm going to be talking on this video about Distance Learning Week 4. When you click on that, it's going to bring you to this document, and it should say Week 4 X2. That's the version we're on. I have just a note to you guys at the top. Make sure you read it. There's a video about tips for distance learning from people from PVJH, and the school made a document that you guys can use kind of as your own planner to help you stay organized during this time. And then there's a link to the video that you're watching here right now, okay? It looks the same as it always does, so I do suggest going in terms of days. So on Monday, what you're going to start with is you're going to watch a slideshow about relevant and sufficient evidence. So you'll click on this, and then you're going to go through this slideshow. We talked about relevant and sufficient evidence when we were in school. Oh gosh, that was Mango. So this should be a review, but it's okay if you've forgotten this so far. I'm going to kind of spoiler alert you here. If something is relevant, that means that it is relatable or on topic, okay? So if I am talking to you guys about what we're doing this week, it was completely irrelevant for me to just mention Mango, probably. It's just that she was loud in the background. So relevant is on topic or related to the topic. If something is sufficient, that just means that there's enough. So when we're arguing for something, we want to make sure that we have a sufficient amount of relevant evidence in order to convince somebody to do what we want. So this PowerPoint is going to remind us of that. As you're reading through this PowerPoint, this is also linked in Google Classroom, so I'm going to show you where you're going to find this here. It says Sound and Relevant Evidence Slides and Notes. Okay, the PowerPoint is here. As you're reading through that, you're going to be taking some notes on this linked document. When it pulls up, you'll be able to see that everything is organized by slide. So it'll tell you exactly what slide you're going to find that information on. First thing you're going to find is the learning target. It's on slide 2, and you're going to type that where this line is. Okay, as you read through the rest of your document, the next one is from slide 9. So you're going to progress. Make sure you read every single slide, and then on slide 9, this sentence will make sense, or this question will make sense. You're going to answer down below, okay? So you're going to complete this notes sheet as you read through the document, and then you will be turning this in by the end of this online week for us, okay? So that's the first thing that we are going to start off with on Monday. Then you're going to go back and you're going to kind of be thinking about your passion project and what you're doing this week. Now, I will say, if you haven't made any progress yet this week, you could wait for this one to be done on Thursday, perhaps. Thursday is kind of a a day where we don't have a lot going on. Same thing with Wednesday. I just put it first because it's really important. So this week, it is week 3 of our Passion Project tracking template. You're going to continue updating the same document that you've been updating. Okay, so just as long as you have this turned in by the end of the week, I should see your updates for week 1, 2, and 3. Okay, next, you're just doing some independent reading on Tuesday. This is kind of a next step in our passion project that we haven't talked about a lot yet. Part of our passion project is learning something new or improving what we already can do. So in order to do that, we're going to turn to the experts. Okay, so what you guys will need to do this week is you're going to do a little bit of research about the topic that you are doing for your passion project. In our Google Classroom, you're going to click on the document that says Passion Project Research Notes, and it will bring you to this document that's pulling up right now, okay? So each week it says we're going to spend a little bit of time from here on out doing research about our passion project topic, and you're going to take notes on this. It's divided up into what section you're going to take notes on. So I did my research today, so I just put Sunday, May 3rd. In this section, I really want to encourage you to do a full citation. This is mine down here. It's been a while since we've done that. So if you go to citationmachine.net, that's what I used, ezbib.com you can also use, or if you still know how to access Noodle Tools, it'll walk you through how to do that. I would really like everybody to try creating a full citation, because again, that's something you'll need next year. If you absolutely cannot do that, then you can just link your website, but please make that like worst case scenario. You're going to read through your article or your research, and then you're going to just kind of summarize in this first section what you learned about your topic. So my topic's calligraphy. The article I read was talking about curves, and my curves in my calligraphy are absolutely terrible. So I talked about what it taught me there, and then you have to reflect on your specific project in the last section. So talk about how your research is going to help you. So in my article, it suggested holding your writing utensil a different way. So I mentioned in here that I'm going to try that. It also talks about slowing down when you're making your transitions. So I mentioned that as well. Okay, down beneath my example, if you scroll down, there's going to be a table for each of our remaining weeks of research. You need to do at least one piece of research per week from here on out. So this week, you're going to be completing research for your topic and creating or filling out this table based on what you're learning. Okay, so make sure you check out my example for what I'm looking for there. That takes care of Tuesday. Those research notes are due, as always, at the end of the day, Thursday. Wednesday, you are going to, if you head back to our Google Classroom, there is an assignment about grit, and it's through Actively Learn. When you click on this, it will pull up, I already have it clicked on here. It's actually a video about grit, the power of passion and perseverance. So you're going to click to watch the video, and then along the way it will stop you at certain parts and you'll have to answer a question. The last question is a short answer, so you'll need to write in complete sentences and kind of reflect on that. But this relates really well to what we're doing with passion projects, but even just beyond that in learning in general. Writing for that day is just a free write, or there is an optional journal prompt. You don't need to turn it in. You can do it on your own paper. Work on your passion project some more. And then Friday is really just mostly, Thursday is the end of our week for online. Thursday is mostly just a catch-up day. The only thing that's different besides catch-up is you have a specific project that day. You won't need to turn this in to me, but Sunday is Mother's Day, so I would just encourage you to write a letter or make a card using correct grammar, spelling, good word choice, all of the things you know, to just highlight some important female figure in your life and perhaps say thank you to them, okay? So that's what our week looks like. It is all laid out on our learning template. It is also, if we go back just to our main Google Classroom page, it's all underneath distance learning week 4x2. And if you go to just class work in general, you'll have to scroll down, but everything that I just talked about is linked in this section here. Okay, so again, this is for if you are completing this assignment. There's also the assignment task down below for if you choose to go the challenge version route. I hope that is helpful. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. I may hop on and post a link for office hours. That's a video conference just in case people have questions. I don't have that planned for this week, but we will see. But you guys can do it. I know that you're doing a great job, and I'm really proud of you for all that you have done. I'm just randomly scrolling down my paper right now. Have a great week. Make sure that you are getting outside and doing fun stuff too, and proud of you for all of your hard work. Way to go.